A desolate cabin stands stark against the swirling, unforgiving snow, a silhouette against the dark, frozen night. The relentless wind howls its mournful song, a chilling symphony emphasizing the cabin's profound isolation. Only a single, flickering window offers a defiant spark of light, a fragile beacon in the vast, icy wilderness. Through the swirling snow, the faint glow hints at a desperate, fragile warmth clinging to life within the cabin's walls. The biting wind whips around the isolated structure, its icy breath a constant reminder of the world's harsh indifference. The cabin stands as a stark monument to solitude, a lone sentinel battling the crushing embrace of the winter night. Inside the rustic cabin, the living room is bathed in the warm, flickering glow of a roaring fireplace. Nathan Caldwell, mid-30s, sits in a worn armchair, his figure silhouetted against the dancing flames. Long shifting shadows play across the cabin walls as Nathan's gaze remains fixed on the mesmerizing fire. A pensive expression etches his face, the only sound the gentle, rhythmic roar of burning logs. In a dimly lit apartment, the only light flickers from a television, casting dancing shadows. Nathan sits alone, lost in thought, his face etched with unspoken burdens. Nathan's voice echoes. They say love is proven in grand gestures, but sometimes the real test of love comes in silence, when no one is watching and you have everything to lose. Inside the cabin, Nathan shivers, pulling a thick blanket tighter, his breath misting in the frigid air. The oppressive silence of the power outage hangs heavy, broken only by the rustle of the blanket. His eyes scan the dark, cold room, searching for a hint of warmth or light that is not there. The profound quiet of the night deepens the chill, wrapping around him like an icy shroud. The city outside is hushed, an unnatural stillness, as the apartment lies in darkness, illuminated only by a digital clock. Dust motes dance in a sliver of moonlight, piercing through blinds, casting an eerie glow. Nathan's voice echoes. The night everything changed didn't begin with thunder. Nathan's voice resonates. It began with quiet. The kind of quiet that settles into your bone. A vibrant Colorado State University campus hums with the energy of freshman orientation, a dazzling blur of new beginnings. Amidst the hopeful crowd, a younger Nathan navigates the bustling scene, his expression subtly overwhelmed. Students mill about, their faces alight with excitement and the promise of a bright future. Nathan's eyes dart around, absorbing the cacophony of voices and the vibrant, almost intimidating atmosphere. He is a small boat in a sea of eager faces, a picture of quiet apprehension amidst overwhelming enthusiasm. On Colorado State University campus, sunlight bathes the scene in a nostalgic glow. Grace Whitaker, early 20s, with a messy bun, approaches Nathan. Her piercing green eyes sparkle with genuine warmth. A radiant smile graces her lips, her presence immediately grounding and full of confidence. She exudes an undeniable confidence, drawing all attention to her. In a college dorm room, a desk lamp casts a warm glow over a chaotic scene of textbooks and crumpled papers. Nathan and Grace sit on the floor, surrounded by the academic disarray, their faces illuminated by the soft light. Their laughter echoes softly, a melody of shared joy and understanding filling the cluttered space. An undeniable camaraderie flows between them, a natural rhythm of comfortable silence and easy smiles. They are inseparable, two souls intertwined in a moment of pure, unadulterated connection. In a dimly lit college apartment, Nathan sits on a worn couch, his gaze vacant, lost in profound grief. The air is heavy with sorrow as Nathan grapples with the raw pain of his mother's recent passing. On an adjacent couch, Grace is curled up, a silent, comforting presence. Her stillness, a profound support. She offers no empty words, only her quiet, unwavering support, a beacon in his desolate moment. Days later, Grace remains a silent sentinel in the college apartment living room, her presence a quiet vigil. She approaches Nathan with a gentle grace, a steaming mug of tea held carefully in her hands. Her fingers brush his as she places the warm mug into his grasp, a silent offering of comfort. Her touch is a gentle anchor, a steady presence amidst the profound depths of his unspoken grief. Under the cloak of night, Nathan drives relentlessly. The highway lights a dizzying blur. A man on an urgent mission. His face, etched with determination, reflects the urgency of his long journey, crossing state lines. The endless road stretches before him, a silent testament to the gravity of Grace's crisis. Each mile brings him closer to an uncertain fate, fueled by an unwavering resolve to reach her. In a solemn flashback, Nathan stands as a silent sentinel in the background of a small-town church, a figure of quiet strength. Grace, her face a canvas of heartbreak, watches her ex-fiancé from a distance, her sorrow palpable. Nathan offers a silent, comforting nod, a gesture of unspoken support cutting through the somber air. His gaze, filled with empathy, meets hers in a moment of profound, wordless understanding. In the cozy cabin, soft candlelight flickers, casting dancing shadows across the walls and highlighting the intimate atmosphere. Grace sits huddled, her knees pulled tightly to her chest, wrapped in Nathan's flannel jacket, her vulnerability laid bare. Nathan's gaze softly falls upon Grace, a silent understanding passing between them in the dim light. The warm glow of the candle accentuates Grace's delicate features, her eyes reflecting a quiet, profound emotion. In the soft, lonely glow of a single lamp, Nathan sits amidst a cluttered apartment, lost in thought. His gaze is fixed on a framed photograph, a frozen moment of joy and laughter. In the picture, Nathan and a woman are beaming, their arms intertwined in a warm embrace. Nathan's voice echoes, "Everyone assumed we were together. We weren't. We called it friendship." His voice trails off. "We protected it like something sacred. And maybe that was the problem." In a dimly lit office, Nathan, an older man, is hunched over a desk, surrounded by a sea of blueprints. Rolled and spread out blueprints consume every surface, hinting at a lifetime dedicated to engineering. The deep lines etched on Nathan's face tell tales of countless hours spent in meticulous design. His shoulders slump slightly, a testament to the heavy burden and long years of his demanding career. Each detail of the room silently speaks of Nathan's unwavering commitment to his civil engineering craft. The bustling Chicago city street hums with life, a stark contrast to the quiet turmoil within Grace. Grace moves through the crowd, her shoulders slightly slumped, a heavy weariness clinging to her. Her face, etched with strain, reveals a story of struggle and hardship, far from her hopeful past. Each step carries a sense of purpose, yet her gaze betrays a longing for something just out of reach. The vibrant city lights blur around her, reflecting the fading dreams in her eyes. She navigates the urban labyrinth, a solitary figure chasing an elusive future. In a sparsely furnished apartment, Grace sits alone, bathed in the muted glow of a single lamp, casting long, lonely shadows. Her phone is pressed to her ear, knuckles white, a silent testament to the tension coiling within her. Her voice, a fragile whisper, barely escapes her lips. "I just need air." The words hang in the heavy air, a plea for escape from an unseen burden. The dim light accentuates her isolation, a poignant tableau of silent suffering. Grace settles into the cozy cabin, her breath a soft sigh of contentment. A genuine, unforced smile blossoms on her lips, radiating pure joy. The harsh edges of city life melt away, replaced by tranquil peace. The rich, earthy scent of cedarwood fills the air, a comforting embrace. Her eyes, once shadowed with urban stress, now sparkle with newfound serenity. In this moment, the cabin becomes a sanctuary, a haven from the world's demands. The warm, inviting glow of the cabin's living room suddenly flickers, then dies, plunging the space into an unsettling darkness. Only the crackling flames of the fireplace now dance, casting long, shifting shadows across the walls. Nathan, with urgent hands, lights a series of small, trembling candles, their fragile light fighting back the encroaching night. The tiny flames cast eerie, dancing shadows, turning familiar objects into unsettling, distorted shapes. In the cabin living room, shadows dance wildly, making the space feel strangely intimate. The flickering light casts eerie, elongated shapes across the walls, a silent, unsettling ballet. The air thickens, a palpable shift in the atmosphere, drawing everything closer. An unspoken tension descends, heavy and electric, filling every corner of the room. The once cozy cabin now pulses with a quiet, charged energy, awaiting an unknown revelation. In the cozy cabin living room, the dying fire's soft glow paints long, shifting shadows across the walls. Nathan and Grace sit opposite each other, their voices hushed, weaving through every conceivable topic. A palpable tension hangs in the air, an unseen elephant in the room, 10 years in the making. They meticulously avoid acknowledging the unspoken presence, their gazes occasionally meeting with a silent understanding. In the rustic cabin living room, candlelight flickers, casting dancing shadows that twist and turn on the walls. Grace's gaze is fixed on Nathan, her eyes reflecting the tiny, unstable flame. The light in her eyes reveals not affection, but a raw, fragile fear. She takes a deep, shuddering breath, a sound almost swallowed by the hushed quiet of the room. The fragile fear in her eyes seems to deepen, a silent scream trapped within her gaze. The flickering light intensifies the tension between them, each shadow a silent witness. In the quiet apartment, Grace's voice is barely a whisper, her eyes fixed on Nate, searching for a flicker of understanding. Her gaze, a desperate plea, seeks a silent promise of acceptance from him. A fragile moment hangs in the air, thick with unspoken questions and a yearning for trust. She finally asks, her voice trembling slightly, "Nate, can I ask you something without you judging me?" A soft, ethereal light bathes the unknown room, painting gentle, shifting shadows across its surfaces. The air is hushed, a profound stillness settling over the space, amplifying every subtle sound. Suddenly, Nathan's voice emerges, a low, comforting murmur, filling the quiet with a warm presence. His words are a gentle caress, a soothing balm in the tranquil, unknown setting. The quiet space seems to absorb his voice, making it an integral part of the serene atmosphere. Nathan's voice, soft yet firm, declares, "You've never needed permission." In the cabin's living room, Grace's hands tremble, betraying her profound vulnerability. Her clasped hands are a fragile shield against an unseen storm. The soft glow of the room highlights the raw emotion etched on her face. A silent plea hangs in the air, her vulnerability a palpable presence. In a dimly lit apartment, Grace sits on a worn sofa, her shoulders slumped in quiet despair. The single lamp casts long, oppressive shadows, making the small space feel even more confined around her. Her gaze is unfocused, lost in a void of unspoken thoughts and profound weariness. A soft, almost imperceptible sigh escapes her lips, filling the heavy silence with raw, unspoken emotion. Her voice, a fragile whisper, breaks the quiet. "I'm so tired of feeling unwanted." In the cabin's dim living room, the night deepens, cloaking Nathan in a shroud of quiet tension. His features, etched by shadow, reveal a sudden tightening, a flicker of raw vulnerability. He flinches, as if struck by an unseen force, his mind reeling from the impact of her words. Each syllable echoes in the silence, a painful crescendo within his thoughts. His breath catches, a silent gasp betraying the unexpected depth of her emotional blow. Nathan's eyes, wide with a mixture of shock and hurt, stare into the flickering firelight, lost in the torment. In her bedroom, Grace sits on the bed's edge, bathed in moonlight, casting long, stark shadows across the silent room. Her voice, a fragile whisper, barely disturbs the quiet, a plea hanging heavy in the air. Her eyes, filled with a desperate longing, confess, "I don't want to go through another night feeling invisible." A raw vulnerability colors her words. "I trust you more than anyone." The soft admission hangs in the air, a plea for affirmation. I need to feel chosen, just for once." Inside the dimly lit cabin, an unsettling silence falls, broken only by the mournful howl of the wind outside. Shadows dance across the rough-hewn walls, mimicking unseen specters in the oppressive quiet. The storm outside seems to hold its breath, a predatory beast poised, waiting for a sign. Every gust of wind against the windows feels like a deliberate, expectant sigh. The air crackles with an unspoken tension, an invisible weight pressing down on everything within the room. The cabin itself seems to listen, an ancient sentinel anticipating Nathan's next move. In the rustic cabin living room, firelight dances, casting long, wavering shadows across the walls. A heavy silence stretches between me and her, thick with unspoken emotions and hidden desires. Her eyes, filled with an aching loneliness, plead not for passion, but for a profound connection. It is a desperate, silent plea to simply matter, to be seen and held in this flickering light. In the cabin's dim living room, Nathan sits alone, illuminated by the dying embers of a fire. The only sound is the crackle of the flames, a soft, hypnotic rhythm in the oppressive silence. His gaze is lost in the flickering light, a silent contemplation etched upon his face. A memory, sharp and clear, echoes in his mind, a haunting whisper of the past. A voice from the past reverberates. The right choice isn't always the easiest one, son. In the rustic cabin living room, flickering candlelight casts dancing shadows, creating an intimate yet unsettling atmosphere. Grace, curled in an old armchair, appears small and fragile, almost consumed by the encroaching shadows. Her face, etched with visible pain, reveals a profound vulnerability, drawing empathy from unseen eyes. A powerful, aching urge to shield her from her sorrow fills the air, a silent plea for solace. In the cabin's warm glow, Nathan moves toward Grace, his steps gentle and deliberate. A silent understanding passes between them, a fragile moment of shared vulnerability. His gaze, full of unspoken care, meets hers, a silent promise in his eyes. He extends his hand, a gesture of comfort and protection, not aggression. Grace watches, her expression a mix of trepidation and a yearning for solace. His fingers gently enclose hers, a tender touch bridging the distance between them. In Nathan's apartment, soft lamplight casts long shadows, creating an intimate glow around Nathan and Grace. Nathan's steady, kind eyes meet Grace's, a silent reassurance passing between them. He speaks with quiet conviction, his words a gentle balm to her unspoken fears. "You are chosen, not because you're afraid, not because you're hurting," Nathan assures her. His gaze deepens as he concludes, "but because you're Grace?" In the cabin's dim living room, Grace's face is illuminated by the soft glow, her eyes welling with unshed tears. A single tear escapes, tracing a glistening path down her cheek, a silent testament to the weight of his words. Her breath hitches, a tremor running through her as the last vestiges of her defenses crumble. Another tear follows, then another, a silent cascade of emotion released from a long-guarded heart. Her gaze, once defiant, now softens, a profound vulnerability etched into her features. The air crackles with unspoken understanding, her guard finally falling, leaving her exposed and raw. In the quiet apartment, Nathan's gaze holds a fierce blend of concern and unwavering resolve, locking with her eyes. His stance is firm, yet a tender, protective aura surrounds him, betraying his deep care. "I don't want to ruin us," he states, his voice a steady anchor in the tense air. "And I won't let tonight define you in a way you'll regret tomorrow," he adds, his promise a shield against future sorrow. In the cabin's warm glow, Grace's eyes, wide with unspoken questions, search his face, seeking an answer. A flicker of uncertainty crosses her features, her gaze unwavering as she probes his deepest thoughts. She leans in slightly, her expression a fragile mix of hope and vulnerability. Her voice, soft yet firm, breaks the silence. "Even if I don't regret it?" The air crackles with unspoken emotions, her words hanging heavy between them, a challenge and a plea. In an unknown space, Nathan's eyes meet mine, burning with an unyielding resolve that pierces through the silence. His gaze, a testament to unwavering conviction, holds me captive, a silent promise in its depth. "Then we wait," Nathan declares, his voice a calm, steady force against the storm of uncertainty. He continues, "Because real love isn't proven in desperation, each word a deliberate, resonant truth. It's proven in patience," he finishes, his words hanging in the air, a profound declaration of enduring affection. His unwavering gaze and powerful words resonate deeply, a testament to a love that transcends immediate desires. The cozy cabin interior, bathed in a warm, dim glow, offers a stark refuge from the raging storm outside. Rain lashes violently against the window panes, the wind's furious howl rattling the very foundations of the cabin. Inside, a profound and quiet softening descends, a palpable shift in the air between them. A new understanding blossoms, transcending the tumultuous weather that batters the walls. Their gazes meet, reflecting a shared, newfound peace amidst the tempest's fury. In the rustic cabin, flickering flames from the stone fireplace cast long, dancing shadows, creating an intimate glow. Nathan and Grace sit on a plush rug by the hearth, their mugs of forgotten tea cooling beside them. Hours pass, the fire now a bed of glowing embers, illuminating their faces with a soft, vulnerable light. They speak in hushed tones, their deep fears and gnawing doubts about self-worth filling the quiet space. The profound exhaustion of constantly pretending to be unbreakable hangs heavy in the air between them. In a rustic living room, the dying fire casts long, dancing shadows, bathing the space in a somber glow. Grace, her face etched with weariness, yet resolute, gazes into the crackling embers, lost in thought. The only sound is the gentle, hypnotic crackle of the fire, a soft counterpoint to the unspoken weight of a decade. She turns, her gaze fixed on a silent, unseen figure, the air thick with anticipation. Her voice, a fragile whisper, breaks the silence, revealing a profound truth. "I've loved you." Nathan's voice, thick with raw emotion, hangs heavy in the air, a palpable weight. His confession, a fragile, unspoken burden, seems to materialize between them. The unspoken truth in his words creates an intense, emotional tension. He utters the words, "I know, I have too," a confession tearing at his soul. His gaze, filled with anguish and a desperate plea, locks onto unseen eyes. In the cabin's dim living room, the fireplace casts dancing shadows across Nathan's troubled face, highlighting his deep contemplation. He sits in a worn armchair, a cooling mug of coffee ignored, as his distant gaze fixes on an unseen burden. The heavy silence amplifies his internal turmoil, a profound weariness etched onto his features as he runs a hand through his hair. The weight of his agonizing decision presses down, a palpable burden threatening to crush him. He fears this conscious holding back will sever a connection he desperately wants to preserve. Golden sunlight streams through the cabin window, painting the rustic living room with a gentle, ethereal glow. Outside, the world is transformed into a pristine blanket of fresh, untouched snow, sparkling under the morning sun. The radiant light feels like a warm embrace, a promise of peace and a fresh start unfolding with the new day. Each dusk mote dances in the luminous beams, signifying a profound sense of forgiveness and renewal. The serene morning light illuminates the vast, silent expanse of snow, a symbol of hope for a new beginning. In the cabin kitchen, morning light spills across the floor, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air. Grace stands by the window, a warm mug of coffee clutched tightly in her hands. Her posture, once fragile, now exudes a quiet strength, a resilient spirit forged by unseen battles. The steam from her coffee drifts upward, momentarily obscuring the raw, unwavering resolve in her eyes. The soft glow of dawn paints her face, highlighting a newfound peace and an enduring quiet strength. In the quiet apartment, Grace's eyes widen with a blend of surprise and profound relief as she takes in my presence. A tender, faint smile graces her lips, a silent acknowledgement of my unwavering presence. Her gaze, filled with unspoken emotion, meets mine, a fragile moment of connection. A soft breath escapes her lips as she whispers, "You stayed." The simple words hang in the air, weighted with a complex mix of vulnerability and gratitude. In the quiet apartment, our eyes meet, a silent understanding passing between us, heavy with unspoken feeling. The air crackles with an electric tension, charged with the weight of unspoken emotions. Nathan's gaze pierces through the silence, a profound connection forming in the depths of his eyes. His voice, a low rumble, breaks the stillness. "I always do," a promise hanging in the air. The unspoken becomes spoken, sealing a bond that transcends words. Echoing through the room, sunlight streams through the cabin windows, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air. A new day dawning. Nathan and Grace sit on a worn couch, a comfortable silence hanging between them. Filled with unspoken understanding, their gazes meet, a silent acknowledgement of the profound intimacy shared from the night before. Nathan affirms, "We move forward with intention, right? With honesty." His voice a soft promise. Grace nods, her eyes shining with resolve as she echoes, "No more pretense, just us." The Denver coffee shop bustles with life, a vibrant backdrop to new beginnings. Grace enters, radiant in her stylish attire, her eyes scanning the lively room with anticipation. Her gaze finds Nathan, already seated, a warm smile spreading across his face as their eyes meet. Grace approaches with a light step, a comfortable silence settling between them, filled with soft smiles and knowing glances. They share a moment of quiet understanding, clearly building something new and promising together. The sun bleeds across the Rocky Mountains, painting the sky in fiery oranges and purples as Nathan and Grace stand on a rugged ridge. The wind gently tousles their hair as Grace reaches for Nathan's hand, her fingers intertwining with his. A confident, joyful smile illuminates Grace's face as she declares, "This time, I feel chosen for the right reasons." Nathan smiles softly, his gaze filled with adoration as he holds her hand, the majestic landscape embracing their moment. If this story touched your heart, take a moment right now to like this video, share it with someone who believes in second chances, and subscribe for more powerful stories about love, loyalty, and life-changing choices. And tell me in the comments, have you ever chosen patience over impulse? What happened? Your story might inspire someone else tonight.